Hello Facebook ads people, I'm Konstantinos, and today we're going to analyze why you should not use CBO optimization into your retargeting ads. So this is a question that I do get a lot, and a lot of times people ask it again, and they don't understand why they should not use CBO optimization. So the CBO optimization is basically when you put a central budget. Now it's called advantage optimization, and you're having a central budget which is being distributed between the ad sets that you have in a campaign. Of course, we always have the question, how many ad sets should I put based on my budget and into my campaign and all of that, but we can explain that in another video, I guess. The thing here is this: CBO optimization is for cold traffic, and the reason is that it's going to make your ad sets compete with each other. Is this good or bad? It's good for cold traffic because we're talking about people that they don't know about your brand, and it's good if it's going to compete and the best audience take the most budget and so on. It is not good for your retargeting audience, which is very specific. Your retargeting audience is an audience which is fairly small comparing to an interest of millions. Maybe it's 20k, 30k, 100k people, okay? But it's not even comparable to the size of and the potential reach of an interest or broad targeting that we are using all the time. And when you use it in a CBO campaign, then you don't want to put your audiences, your small retargeting audiences, to compete with each other the same way that you want them to compete with big audiences. What does this mean? Let's say that we have a CBO campaign which is having 5 ad sets inside. One of them is broad, and the other 4 is just the interest of 20 million. And the broad targeting is 100 million people. Most of the budget, because this is how CBO is working, is going to go towards the broad audience, so we're not testing efficiently our interests. What's good there? To put interests in all 5 ad sets in that case, and then let them fight with each other. The best one is going to win, and we're going to do our CBO optimization in the way that we explain in the videos. Hi guys, I would like to interrupt this video in order to talk to you about my new mentorship programs, and I would love if you go to the website. You're going to find the link in the description, or you can find it in the menu of my website, and over there you're going to be able to see the different mentorship programs that I have. You can find the one that is going to fit better your needs, and I will hope to see you there. On the other hand, let's say that we put an interest of 20 million and we put a retargeting audience also in the same campaign. Of course, most budget is going to go to the interest because it's easier for Facebook to spend money on a bigger audience. So it's not good to mix also our retargeting ads in a CBO campaign with our normal cold traffic ads. Of course, if it's an ABO, you can have different budget for each ad set. It doesn't matter. I just don't like it in terms of how I observe an ad account and how I optimize daily, and it makes my life difficult to go into this campaign and that and have inside cold traffic audiences and retargeting audiences. But okay, I think that we all understand why you should not mix cold traffic audiences like interest, lookalikes, or broad targeting in a CBO campaign with retargeting audiences. I think this is fairly simple. But why should I not do one retargeting audience, for example, of website visitors on the last 30 days, another one retargeting audience of people added to cart in the last 30 days, and put them in a CBO? You should not do that because you don't want this audience to compete with each other. You don't want to know which one is the best. You can just stack them and spend the amount of money that you have to spend. It's already a small audience and it's a warm audience. You don't want the warm audience to compete with another warm audience. They have already been qualified as good audiences. So what you want to do is just use them. You don't want them to prove that they're good audiences, okay? So you put them either in an ABO or you do a CBO with one ad set. It doesn't matter at that point. And you're just testing your audiences like this. There is no point of making them compete with each other.
You're a good guy. Okay.
First of all, because they are qualified warm audiences. Also, your middle of funnel audience with your bottom of funnel. Bottom of funnel, most of the times people refer to as the website traffic, let's say, of the last 30 days, excluding purchases of the last 30 days. It's fairly smaller from the middle of funnel, which most people refer to website visitors 180 days, people engaging with social media for 365 days, or people video viewing videos, 95% of the video for 365 days. I like to use 220 days for Instagram and Facebook engagers. These audiences are going to be much bigger from a 30 days audience, so it's not okay also to put it in a CBO campaign for the reasons that we said earlier, that it's going to spend more money in the middle of funnel, but there are also sales over there in the bottom of funnel. So these are two different audiences that they should have their own budgets and spend, and you should just see if they're working or not based on the frequency and based on the ROAS that you are actually getting. So I hope that is clear now. I hope that I'm not going to see any more CBO campaigns with different retargeting audiences inside. These audiences are already qualified and you can stack them in an ad set, and you don't care if the add to cart 30 days or the checkout 30 days is working better. It's just a retargeting audience so small that you're not even going to get anything out of it if you find that one of the two is working better. I hope that it makes sense that these warm audiences, they're not there for testing. They're already vetted, and we know that they're warm audiences because they are the products of working top of funnel. Now, if you're doing traffic ads, if you're doing other ads that are not purchase conversion campaigns, then okay, this is not the right warm audience because it's going to have a lot of junk traffic inside. So I cannot tell you anything about that. But if you're doing normal conversion campaigns in your top of funnel with purchase event, which is a top of funnel which is working like this, then there's no point of putting in CBO campaigns your warm traffic audiences. And I hope that this is clear once and for all. Don't forget that if you want to learn more, you can check my book, my course, or my website. And until we meet again, guys, be creative and be consistent.